Hey everybody, I'm Jim. iFoundJim.com. I'm also a seaplane pilot, but when I'm not flying, I'm building rustic furniture and doing woodworking. And this is a video on how to make a half lap joint. If you don't have a dado blade, I do have a dado blade, but I often use just a radial arm saw to make a half lap joint because sometimes I just don't like to change blades, and sometimes the operation doesn't require such a major operation shift. So first of all, I'm going to take my radial arm saw and I'm going to lower it down so I can cut this board in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pen. Oh boy, I'm starting to break stuff already. Anyway, I've got my board here, and then you can also probably have to get a tape measure. Where are we going to find the tape? Probably going to be right over in here somewhere, right in my bag. There we go. I got my tape measure, and what I'm going to do is measure the board, and I got 1 1/16, so that means it's just a little bit over a half. So you mark this board at just a little bit over a half, okay? And sometimes your eye is just as good as the tape measure when you get down to centers. Then you can just basically mark that center, something like that, okay? And then what we're going to do is come over here, and if you can see that, I'm basically going to bring my saw out, and then, well, let's do it this way here. I'm going to raise up bring the saw out, and I'm going to raise up my blade until I see half of that, just so I can see that line there. Okay, you can just about see it. I go a little bit higher because I don't want to waste the wood, and if I want to come back down to cut that, I can come back down a little bit. Okay, so there you go, we got that. Now, I'm going to just show you real quickly. I'm going to loosen that up. You can see, I just about hit that line. Now, when I put these guys together, they're just about perfectly flush. Okay? And that's exactly what you want I'm flush. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I want to take off, let's start with the clean ends here. What do we got? Let's not start with the clean end. We're going to go just like this. I'm going to lay this board out right here so that you can see it, hopefully. And I'm just going to throw them up there. And then I'm going to get my, I don't have a square. I should have a square. Let's go get us a square here. No square there. Let's go up here. I think there's a square right here. Get up underneath all my stuff here. Okay, now we've got our square. I basically got my board. I'm gonna make my mark. And then, so basically you're gonna cut out like this. And then this part comes out, okay? And then the same is true with this piece here. We're also going to have to, and I'm a pretty good eyeballer, so some of my stuff is fairly quick. So anyway, then I'm going to cut that part out too. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the camera just a little bit so you can see what the heck is going on here. And then I'm just going to start cutting swaths out with the radial arm saw, and then I go forwards and backwards, until all the material is removed. Okay, take a watch. worked out pretty fast and pretty good. There's my half lap. And it's that quick, and I can make a bunch of door panels. I can make all kinds of stuff without even having to set my radial arm saw up or with a dado head. So, or you can do it on a table saw, but this is how I do a fast one on the radial arm saw. There you have it. That's a half lap joint.